Hi guys, it's Kevin. As you probably already know, your life today is the consequence of the action you've been taking for the last 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 years, okay? And the action you take, most of the time, they depend from your daily habits. And this is why it's super important to understand what are the habits you need to integrate in your daily life to become the person you want to become, okay? And these habits specifically help me to become a almost successful publisher, I would say. I've generated almost $1 million in royalties in the last couple of years. And I've also helped other people to achieve similar results, like $5,000, $10,000 per month, okay? And what I tell to all of them that before they become successful is like to do these few things, okay? And it's not just working all the time. You need to have a system that works for you as well. And this is the operative system that you can apply yourself to become a successful publisher, okay? So let's get started with the tier list, with ranking them. And the first one, I will start from the left, and it is go in libraries, okay? I'm gonna put it in probably B tier. You can find good idea for your research in libraries, like just enter without necessarily buying something, but it's good to be around books and select books, and books that are in libraries, they are selling something normally, otherwise the library wouldn't buy them. If they don't sell, we never know. That's why I don't like it. We don't have data to back our ideas. On Amazon, you see instantly if a book is selling or not. In library, it's a bit more difficult, but still you can get a good amount of ideas in there, okay? So I made even a short in the tab when I do like some real life research. I might link it in the description and I will show you like what I actually do when I enter a library. But I think this is a quite, not super important, not essential by any means, because I started doing it when I was already successful, when I was already like doing it full time. But it's a good thing to integrate in a routine that already works. The other thing is meditating. I will add it in the D tier. It's not even very related to publishing, but it doesn't help me in any way. Like for me, meditating, it doesn't really help me with focus or anything. Maybe if you are like into manifestation and all these kind of things, it can work for you. I am into manifestation, but like not this like super deep spiritual level. I'd rather like spend the time working most of the times. So I will leave it in the B tier. The third habit we're gonna rank today, is working on multiple things at the same time, okay? Like being multitasking. And for me, it was quite important, honestly. I don't know if, probably more important than going into libraries. For me, it was super important to really have multiple things to work on because I get like distracted. I cannot really focus for more than 1 hour on the same thing. So when I finish this, like I focus 1 hour on one thing, I need something else to do it, because if I keep doing the same thing, I will just get super distracted. And if I don't have multiple projects to work, so maybe I start like working on the outline of this, and then I do the research for this, and then I like do something else. If I don't have that, I get distracted. And if I don't have something to do, I start watching YouTube or like doing some useless stuff, like watching Netflix or whatever else that is not working. So I need multiple things to work on. This also actually allowed me to succeed pretty much, because like you are never sure. You cannot put all your egg in one basket. You need multiple things because you cannot be sure 100% that something is gonna sell. I mean, at this point I can be 90% sure, but it's never 100%. So it's always good to have multiple stuff to work on at the same time. And the next one is networking. And I will add it in the B tier, A or B, but still super important to connect with other publishers, guys. This is super underrated. And this is the way you actually get real, true information. You will not find them on YouTube. You will not find them in any community. You need to know personally the other person. Whether they are like beginner or like super advanced, like people normally want to connect with other people. And you will share real information with you. Once you become friends, and obviously you have to provide something. You have to share your own information, and they will share yours to them. And this is how you learn like the real high level stuff. Okay, like about account safety or like tricking, like, you know, various algorithms of social media, or like even like tax planning, stuff like that. Even like how to do like new research, new strategy to find topics. All these things are shared among like private group, okay, like closed friends groups. And the best way to find them obviously is like joining like community, like I have a free one in the description. Other than my free community, I also have my private community of people that I mentor one-on-one. So these people have access to super high-level information and obviously direct access to me to build your business together. We had like crazy results so far, like people going from 0 to like 8,000 euros within like a couple of months, 6 months, 6 months. So, this can be really life-changing. And if you want to know more, there is the link in the description if you want to apply. But you can also find people, like you have to really filter them if you go into public communities like my free one, but you can still make good connections. And by the way, guys, I'm still in contact with many people. I started publishing back in 2020, 2019, late 2019. And some of the people that started together with me the journey, we are still in contact, and we are all of us are making multiple six figures every single year. So, this is also a super like kind of wholesome thing, because like you start together and then you build it up, and then you share high level information at some point. So this can be very helpful. Then we have outsourcing. This is super high level tier. I don't know if it's a habit, but like the habit probably is looking for things you can outsource in your process. Every single day, every single thing you do, you think, can I outsource this thing? And if so, how can I outsource it? Once you have done it, obviously, because you have to know how to do it in order to outsource it. But once you've done it, you have to ask yourself, could I get someone else that the time I value less than mine? So for example, your time is valued $100 per hour at the moment. Can I pay someone $10, $15, $20 per hour to do the same task? And if the answer is yes, then you should probably find a way to do it. And a good way is creating standard procedures and like sending them to some freelancer that you hire or virtual assistant. Another thing is reading. I will add it in the like S tier. And the reason is simple. Like you can read like business book, for example, or business related to completely different businesses than yours. And you will find some ideas that you can apply to the publishing business. And the good thing is that what are the chances that another publisher read the same book and taught the same thing? So you will have access to one-of-a-kind strategies or like ideas that you can then apply to your books. In fact, I give like some percentage of my success when I was trying to scale from my first 8 to $10,000 per month to like $20,000, $30,000 per month. I read a book that was called Shoe Dog, the Nike founder book. And like it really shifted my paradigm into like what I should have been doing, okay? And then with applying the strategy I've learned inside this book, I was able, after like a couple of months, literally, to scale my business to like, the next milestone, which was like $25,000, 10, 20, I don't remember exactly. So this is also a good thing. And I mean, you can find tons of ideas. You can even read non-business related book, but like, you will find like good ideas, and obviously like it's good for the mind, guys. Like it helps you with the focus. It helps you with like having good overall good habits and healthy dopamine levels. So it is super good. Another one, staying updated with trends, A level, A tier. It could be the S tier, but probably like these are more effective. Like trend can be added into a strategy that already works, but you cannot. I mean, you can potentially. I don't suggest you to fully build a business on trend, because you want to build like longevity and long-term things. And with trends, I don't just mean with topics for finding like topics for your books. I mean like trends also with like the new technology, the new AIs, the new software, the new everything. So it's good to stay up to date, at least to know things and to know like what the other people are doing, just to know how you can defend yourself like from the competition. Okay. Another one is writing. I will leave it in C tier. Sometimes like, I mean, it's more on a journaling level, not writing your own books. That's not what I'm saying. It did help me with clarity and like probably B tier. Because sometimes when I'm confused and I don't know what to do and I feel like lost, I just get pen and paper and write down, like I write down everything, like when I want to go, and like then I write a scheme of what is my current life or business structure. And then I write down where I want to go, and then I kind of visualize a path to get there. And without pen and paper, it's not really possible for me like to have the visualization inside my mind. But once it's written down, then I can see it with my eyes, and then my mind can understand the path to follow. Okay. So for example, you have your book business that is like stuck, maybe making $2,000-3,000 per month, and you don't understand why. Then you can write down yourself what you're currently doing, like everything you're doing every day, and a scheme of like how everything works. So you connect to Amazon KDP, and then you do everything, and then And then you can find probably like maybe normally some higher or some new way of strategy or some specific book you can publish to scale to the next level or to free sometimes. Then you can focus on doing something important. So for me, this was somewhat important, not gonna lie. Then we have browsing Amazon daily, like it's prayer, you know. I will add like here probably. It's the most important thing you can do. Guys, doing research every single day, and it doesn't need to be like the research with all the tools and like everything, you know. Sometimes even just like open the app on your phone and like spend 20, 30 minutes looking for books, looking for products that are selling. It's super, super important. You need to feed your mind with information about the market. And the thing about Amazon is you can see the BSR and all the other the reviews and the title and the description. You can see everything about a book. You can know the strategy from A to Z. Super, super, super powerful. And also, you get your mind used to see things that are selling. So when you create your own book, your mind will have a lot of information that can then process into making a book that sells as well. You can write them down initially, like probably your mind will not get used before like the first few months of publishing. But write them down and stick to these principles. Every time you see a book that's selling, like ask yourself, why? Why is it selling? What this guy have done? How did he get to the conclusion that this was the book to publish? Write it down, think about it, do whatever you like to do. But like browse every day. Trust me, like a prayer for a religious person. Then we have YouTube content. I will add it in C tier. And the reason is, again, because normally it's not where people share the real knowledge, okay? And obviously there's a good reason, like you don't want to randomly create more competition for you. And that's why you don't share everything on YouTube, or probably like you want to share your like course or something in the description. So like the video is just a preview of what you're gonna find inside the course normally. And not a preview, like it's just to give you curiosity about the course, okay, so itself. So I wouldn't really suggest to integrate it. I found some good information, like a few good, back in the days, like maybe one video give me a good idea. And you can do a bit every single day, but I wouldn't suggest you until you are successful, until you are working full-time as a publisher. I wouldn't spend my time watching YouTube video, except mine obviously, but I wouldn't spend time watching any other YouTube video. Sometimes I found good ideas watching videos about other niches or other businesses. And so I was like, okay, I can apply this to publishing, so I will have no competition, actually. But this is maybe the best thing you can do, and watch my content, obviously. Then we have running, jogging, doing whatever sports. And I will add it in A tier. And not only because obviously it's healthy for the body and it's healthy for the mind, like it's scientifically proven that you can work better if you exercise. But this is also good for the publishing itself and the thinking process. And the reason is, one of the tweaks that I made when I was trying to build up my business, like scale it from, I was stuck around like, again, I say $10,000 per month. One thing that I've done is integrating like some walk without music, without anything, walk and run inside my routine. And I was actually thinking about the business, and I was just taking time to think without distraction, only me and like a park or something, without the laptop in front of my eyes. Like I could like focus and let my mind process the information. And I noticed that I was having like way more ideas of things that could sell and things that I could potentially do. And from one of these ideas, my business like really made the next step, and I never went back. You know, I don't think I ever made less than $20,000 in a single month after this. I started doing this. No, it never happened. So, and it was like 3 years ago. So this could be potentially a good thing you can integrate in your life. I mean, you probably should, like 99% if you don't exercise outdoor, you should integrate some degree of it. Even just a simple walk can really be super beneficial for your mind and the way you process information, okay? Remember to like the video, subscribe the channel, and leave me a comment about what you think about this tier list, if you agree, if you don't agree, or if there is something else that helped you. As always, there is a link in the description if you want to apply for scaling your business one-on-one with me, with my direct WhatsApp, and etc., to make it like impossible to fail unless you don't work. So if you really want to make a full-time income within the next 12 months, this is the best place for you. And other than that, guys, remember to integrate these things in your routine And cheers, I will see you in the next video. Ciao.